The fourth thing that in Jesus saying, follow me, is following means a perspective change. A perspective change. Mark chapter 10, verse 21. I'm going to read this verse and obviously have to give it some context. Jesus looked at him and loved him. One thing you lack, he said, go and sell everything you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come and follow me. Now back up a few verses, and this young man had made it rich. Really young in life. It calls him a rich young man. And so he came to Jesus and he asked him, he says, what do I need to do to be saved? So he made his mint. And he says, what do I need to do be saved? And Jesus says, well, let's start with the commandments. Have you followed the commandments? And he said, yes, I have. I've followed the commandments ever since I was a little boy. And he memorized 2 or 3. I mean, he spouted them off. And so you would think that the boy was ready to have the A+. Check. We're good. But Jesus saw into his heart, and he saw there was something that was in this young rich guy's heart that was going to prevent him, something that needed to be pulled out, something that would be weeded out. In his case, it was actually his riches. It may not be in your case, but in his case it was. And so Jesus then reached in and saw into this guy's heart, and he gave him this statement. He says, first of all, he looked at him and loved him. Let's just stop there. He looked at him and loved him. He didn't look at him and judge him. He didn't look at him and say, you dirty, rotten scoundrel. He didn't get derogatory. He says he looked at him and he loved him. Now I want you to understand that when God steps in to change us or corrects us, that's how he starts. He looks at us and he loves us. You say, well, what does that mean? The word love is a form of agape love, but it actually means to be full of goodwill, to have a preference for, to wish well, to regard the welfare of. So that's what Jesus is thinking when he's looking at him. I want the best for you that you can have. I want to wish you well. I want to pour out great abundance upon your life. That's what he's looking at this young man. And so in order to do that, he addresses a particular issue. He said, one thing you lack, go sell everything you have and give to the poor. Notice he didn't say give all your stuff to the poor. He said go sell it. So he's actually telling this young man to sell it so that he has the money available to give wherever the need is, not just dump all his things in one particular area. He said go sell it. And so get a fair price and then give the money where needed. Give to the poor and you will have great treasure in heaven. So he's storing up for the life to come. And then Jesus says, follow me. Many of you probably know the rest of the story. The guy said, no thanks. I'm good with where I'm at. I'm satisfied with what I've accumulated in worldly wealth. I don't think I'm going to take that option. And he turned away and didn't follow. And so Jesus was trying to give him a perspective change, but he wasn't having it.